So what is the future of air travel going to look like, folks? We're getting some exact numbers now and figures as to what this thing will look like. And a lot of people saying it's going to look just like it did. It could even be worse than after 9/11 air travel in this country. That some of the changes already happening and many more are being recommended right now at airports before they can reopen the commercial routes. Listen to this. Experts are referring to this as the new form of terrorism, coronavirus. And they're saying this could be the biggest change to air travel in history. No wonder Warren Buffett sold out all of his airline stocks last week.
The world has changed for the airlines, and I don't know how it's changed, and I hope it corrects itself in a reasonably prompt way. I don't know whether the Americans have now changed their habits or will change their habits because of an extended period, if it happens that we're semi-shut down in the economy. I don't know whether the trends toward what people have been doing by phone. I mean, it's been 7 weeks since I've had a haircut. It's been 7 weeks more than 7 weeks since I put on a tie or anything. I've been just a question of which sweatsuit I wear. So who knows how we come out of this? But I think that there's certain industries, and unfortunately, I think that the airline industry, among others, that are really hurt by a forced, in fact, shut down by events that are far beyond their control.
Because this is the new normal. What's going to be the new normal? Let's start with this, the entire process of checking in. Okay, let's start from the beginning on what experts are saying this morning. It could take up to 4 hours to check in for a flight. Also involving social distancing the entire time. Like they would keep you 6-7 feet apart and go through 4 hours of check-in process to make sure everyone is safe. They would then sanitize passengers and luggage. They're going to sanitize passengers. So what are we going to do? Walk through some thing that's going to spray us like animals, and then they're going to wipe down all of our luggage? Which I don't mind that. Go ahead, do that. Because luggage gets nasty anyway. You want to clean my luggage for me? Great. But now it's going to take 4 hours for us to take a domestic flight? I mean, I get an international flight. Those things take long as it is. But 4 hours for a domestic flight, and they're going to have wider spaces constructed for various lines. When you stand in a line for Delta or United, you're next to that person with that little piece of rope in between. Now, big separation.
Wake up, you human slug! Wake up! Wake up!
And also the reason it would take so long is because there's going to be a thorough cleaning of all of the cabins between flights. So all of these flight turnaround times are going to increase significantly, as if we weren't waiting for flights already. How many times have you been at an airport where you've been sitting there waiting? The airplane is here, but we have to clean it for you. Great. So now that could take a lot more time because they have to completely sanitize the entire cabin of the aircraft. Which, again, I'm fine with them actually doing a thorough cleaning, because how many times have we pulled down that tray table and it's been a nasty mess before? So 9 out of 10 experts expect slower turnaround times between aircraft. And of course, this check-in process taking upwards of 4 hours because of sanitizing the passengers, sanitizing your luggage. Is this going to be the new normal? But then there are airlines that are saying we're not going to get rid of that middle seat. So now our airline's going to have to take out a middle seat, which again, I'd be fine with. I hate sitting in the middle seat.
Excuse me, I've got to go to the bathroom. I've got to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. What was that? Do you see
Hey!
But then think about the cost to the airlines. All of those additional seats that they can't pay tickets. People can't buy tickets to get on those flights. But there's no way we're going to be wedged in aircraft like this, sitting next to somebody like this again. Those days are over. Where you have to fight for that armrest with someone, jimmy your arm around. It's not going to happen. So just like after 9/11, but maybe even way worse. How many of you right now are flying? I still see, there are definitely still flights occurring. Many airlines are looking at how they can transfer some of their existing commercial aircraft into cargo craft. We had a guest on last week who talked about this out of China. Many of the passenger airlines are covering those seats in plastic and putting boxes on top of it to transport it for deliveries. So maybe that's going to be the future of aircraft. That we're not going to have, many of these airlines, Delta, United, on and on and on, they're going to say, you know what, we're going to give up half of our fleet and start to just focus on transporting cargo and transporting boxes and goods, because no one's buying tickets. No one wants to go to Bora Bora right now and be sitting next to somebody like this the whole time. What if that person coughs? Is everyone on a flight going to be wearing a mask? But if we hear now that it gets spread through the eyes, is everyone going to be wearing face shields? This is our new normal for flying.